Stop fingering me.
Hello, welcome to podcast number 2 of the SuperRAD Chads. I am one of the hosts, Hey Dong.
I'm a Bizzle.
Oh, you guys suck.
You guys suck.
Introduce yourself.
Johnny, still a virgin. One of these days, you're gonna be listening to these podcasts, and you're gonna hear me say I'm not a virgin. But until that day comes, I'm just chilling. Other guy.
And the last member.
Dawson Fletcher, professional Minecraft Let's Player.
Raptors.
Yeah, first Canadian team.
Yep. My
The
Raptors
only
are going to the
Canadian
finals.
team.
Well, they're the only Canadian team now, but there was the Vancouver Grizzlies.
I
But
remember.
they never made it to the finals, so
I
Toronto
remember last
Raptors.
season when the
G
Raptors
State's
are never
gonna
make
sweep,
it to the
so it doesn't
finals.
matter.
Here they are.
Unfortunately, it's a real possibility.
It's a very real possibility that they're gonna get swept. But we made it to the finals.
For the first time ever.
I'm not gonna lie.
Progress.
I
We're
don't
one step closer to keeping Kawhi.
Exactly. That's all.
I think Kawhi will stay now that they've won that.
This is the
I
only reason everyone's celebrating is because Kawhi might stay. Kawhi might stay.
We're not expecting to win the championship,
No.
but we just want
Imagine
Kawhi to
if they
resign.
Our only hope at winning the championship is if Paul Pierce says Warriors in full.
The man is wrong about everything.
He's just a horrible person, opinions wise. It's just terrible. What did he say? He said, "I am better than prime Dwayne Wade."
No, he said that he had a better career than Dwayne Wade.
Oh,
and yet
yeah.
Dwayne Wade had more All-Star selections, more first-team All-NBA selection, or not just first-team, but just
Yeah.
All-NBA teams in general. He had more like points. He had more like every
More
stat
everything ever.
in less seasons than Paul Pierce did.
Did you guys see the interview with Dennis Rodman,
Which one?
where he says he could lock up LeBron?
Oh, I don't believe that.
I mean,
He's like on a lie detector test.
Did it go?
And the quality of it's one of those Snapchat stories. But the thing that baffled me was the quality of like the show he was on. It was so bad.
It was terrible.
Like they didn't understand how camera shots work. It was just like, you know how ugly like Dennis Rodman
Yeah,
is.
he's a fucking 8.
So they just have this wide angle shot, but zoomed in on his face. Oh, it just
Just looked like
I don't know. I mean,
troll doll or something.
back in his prime, Dennis Rodman was a really good defender.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he would
100%.
definitely give LeBron a fight. I don't know if he'd necessarily completely lock him up every possession, but
Yeah, LeBron is a menace in every sense of the word. Absolutely brain, monsieur.
Hey guys, I can name 5 basketball players.
Name them. Every basketball
Trey
player.
Young.
Okay, 1.
I think you mean Trey Negrich.
Yeah.
Hey guys, subscribe to
Plug.
LeBron James.
Quick plug.
2.
Kobe Bryant.
Are we talking active here?
I'm
or
talking
just-
active.
Steph Curry.
That's 3.
Joe Harris.
just like high profile rookie, 2 superstars, and then Joe.
He won the 3-point come, bro. That was crazy.
That was.
Did you say quiet?
I was going to. That was going to be my last one.
Kawhi is 5.
That's a freebie.
Okay, now name others, because you know others.
Yeah, I do.
Name others.
What's
Keep
that guy,
going.
the Joker? What's his actual name?
You don't know him if you don't know his real
I
name.
don't know his real name.
There's like 2 gimmies I can think of off the top of my head.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I was not getting that. I was getting the first name, but not the last name.
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Durant.
He still plays.
What do you mean he still plays? He dominates the league.
Yeah, I literally don't know anything about basketball. You're talking to a person that has
Anthony
never,
Davis.
hasn't watched a single game this season.
He's only like 29 or 30 or something.
Yeah, he's really young. Let's go take
Do you guys ever notice when you turn on ad block that all the local cuties in your area start disappearing?
I've never had ad block. Ever. I don't
Get
even
it.
know how to get ad block.
Get it?
You're just.
I turn like when I have beef with the YouTuber online, I turn on ad block.
How do you turn, how do you download ad block? You literally just search up like ad block Or it's just like
It's like a Google Chrome extension.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I've never had it. I've never used it.
It's life changing.
Seems like it. I'd probably keep it for the porn ads though, because some of them are pretty hot. When your Wi-Fi starts like shitting out on you, all I can see is the ads. It's like,
dude, that's so bad.
You won't last 30 seconds.
Just click it. It's like a credit card. It's like
Credit card.
It's been 20 seconds and I'm clicking off the page. So they were right.
No.
Have you ever seen the ad where it's just like really old, ugly, like
Yeah.
grandma?
Yeah.
Kids. Like, I don't want to see this shit.
It's like old ladies in your area.
Super fake.
No, but it's like a Brazzers video.
Yeah.
It's like an old
Yeah.
fucking grandma getting absolutely demolished. And she's like washing dishes. She has like her gloves on.
Yeah.
And it's like her tits were
I like those
gigantic.
those ads, like the ads with the videos playing, are so sped up.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's like
And they're also like
graphics.
choppy too. Like,
Yeah, they like cut the video.
It looks like they're making like jump cuts.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like every porn ad ever is rip open her pants. She goes and then just fucking over just on her face. Repeat. Just
Rinse and repeat.
it's perfect
Really
combo.
old porn.
It's a really easy system.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be bad for business.
Yeah.
If anything, it's good.
So,
Took a weird turn there.
abortions.
Special guest Riley Keith is
Special
just
Riley Keith. I farted in this room.
he is panting.
Ran here.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about
Oh,
if you're getting raped by a biker chick, then maybe the court will, help you out a little
My
bit. because you're
favorite,
raped by a girl.
favorite defense for the whole thing is, well, if he got the erection, that was the consent.
No,
That's fucking.
That's
dumb.
basically like
That
saying
is so dumb.
if you rape a woman and she gets wet, then that's
when you
consent.
get an erection, like, come on.
Like, I'm just gonna say, every time I see that old granny ad, I'm popping a jump. Not even, it's the least attractive thing I've ever seen. Doesn't matter.
titties.
Titties.
But it's just like, no, that's like women can commit rape. Having sex with you, like, it doesn't matter how hot they are. They're not gonna, obviously, they can still get charged for it if, like, let's say you're sleeping or something.
You know what? I don't believe you.
Well, look at that. We are in disagreement.
Proof. Where's the proof?
Like, you bump into a wall funny, accidentally rub your cock the wrong way. Like, you're getting a whip.
It's happening. If a teacher says your name who's like not ugly but not cute either, you're getting a boner. like Adam, it's your turn to pronounce. I'm like,
shit. Tuck into the
tuck
waistband.
in the waistband, just stand up. You're like, all right, currently edging.
Oh, God. Teacher's like, here, hands in the assignment. Hand brushes your hand. Oh!
And it's like, fuck.
I gotta go.
You guys, you could still be pure in the eyes of the Lord if you just edge.
Forever. And then right on your wedding, it's like, you are officially engaged. She goes, she's just like, goes like this. It's like,
Shoot up in the air.
Why are you talking from behind the mic?
Sit right there, right in the open spot, and converse with the people. Everybody, Riley Keith, everybody.
Hi.
That was Riley Keith.
tell us a little bit about yourself, Riley.
He lives with me here.
I fuck hard.
That's Riley Keith's intro. Say it again.
I fuck hard.
Oh God.
And that's Riley. Everyone, he's walking away.
Oh fuck! Wait, we were driving today. We saw that license plate that said "I love LG." Just, I love little girls.
Fucking sends it to me.
And so then Johnny took a picture of it. Johnny took a picture of it and he's like, who likes LGs? And I was like, I think Riley has the thing where it's like he likes. I was like, I'm pretty sure Riley has what's it called? There's like a meme where Riley likes LGs. He's like, sending it to Riley. And then like 2 minutes later, look, he screenshotted it.
Rude. Hurt. Here's my heart. Stabbed.
I was gonna put it on my story.
It's like, who doesn't?
Just add me at it. Oh. Well,
See an
Myth or
LG, just
meme.
edge.
a lifetime long.
Yeah, it's not rape if you edge.
It's not rape if I don't come, right? Like, I didn't even enjoy myself.
that just sucked.
Oh. It's like you raped some girl. That was awful.
You suck.
You suck.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Everyone's gonna fucking hate that.
John Wick 3.
Haven't seen
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
What would you rate it on the rank tier?
Iron Man dies in Endgame.
Hey!
Wow, it's almost like everyone in the world knows that.
It's almost like Adam doesn't like Avengers.
I don't.
Well, because it's mainstream.
It's not that. It's because it's fucking boring as hell. I like Lord of the Rings. That's cool shit. And the guy GameStop today. I mean,
You're
source.
You're gonna say Lord of the Rings is more interesting
by
than
a landslide.
Avengers.
By a
I love
landslide.
how it's like
Nope.
over like what is it? 1/3 of the population disagrees.
1/3 of the population are incels. No, I don't know. It's just superheroes just are fucking lame to me. I don't know.
Go bonkers, yeah.
Go brainless. But the guy at the source was like, we were watching The Hobbit, and he's like, yeah, I've never seen any of them. And then I was like, oh, they're like the Lord of the Rings. He's like, yeah, I've never seen the Lord of the Rings either. It's like, you what? You what? You what? Blimey, mate.
So you're just like,
I was like, it's
fuck you.
He's like, he literally, this is what he said to me. He's like, it's like Harry Potter, right?
He's never seen Harry Potter.
I was like, no, it's not. Harry Potter has wizards in it. This also has wizards in it, but it's not the same. I was livid, bruv. I was brainless, yeah. I was like, I'm gonna pay you $1.50 in quid, and you're gonna be happy.
That really doesn't check.
I don't know how British people
It's
use
not
money.
$1.50 in quid.
Is it a quid 50?
I guess it would
A
be, but it's not
pound
$1.50.
What do they call a pound a buck?
I don't think
I
so.
think they call it a pound.
I think they call it a pound.
Well, I mean, ours is the dollar, but we call
Well,
it a
because
buck.
bucks used to be the buckskins used to be sold.
Yeah,
for
well,
like
you
$1.
beat the Bucks. In other news, Johnny's just broken the curtains.
Riley,
Huh?
everything you say is gonna be so quiet and off to the side of this recording.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be ridiculous. You have to be up close talking loud.
Good.
Like it's
I don't
gonna
wanna
be
be in this.
it's gonna be a fucking whisper. And people are gonna be like, turn that up, and then you're gonna hear our voices come back on, just ear rape.
I think we need to have like subtitles for Riley. We
Yeah.
can be like, the
Yeah,
guy
but then
who
we have
fucks
to
our-
force people to watch the screen.
That's not what I'm all about.
Well, it's on. Is our podcast on like the podcast app, or is it just
Yeah,
on
but
YouTube?
if they hear a little whisper,
what the hell's the
then they're gonna
podcast
wanna-
app?
It's an app that
It's on,
comes
it's on
with-
YouTube, yeah?
It's on YouTube, bruv. Have you not watched the
Yes,
podcast?
it's fucking watch the podcast.
Well, it's obviously not on the fucking podcast app then. What are you asking the question for?
Why are you saying it in a British accent?
Oh,
Hey,
Okay, there's a
you
fucking
think you can keep
podcast
closing the
app.
room?
I just think it'd be cool. Like it's like
We definitely should do that.
yeah, it's an app built
If you
for
guys know how to
podcasts.
put it on Apple Podcasts, then go for
Spotify, actually.
I think you need to pay for it.
it. Which you 100%
Also,
do.
you need like 5 podcasts ready before.
You think I'm shook?
For Spotify, I don't know about Apple, but I know for Spotify for sure you need like 5.
Well, I know for a
or
fact we're
something
not
like
paying money to put this onto a podcast app.
How we gonna explode, yeah?
On YouTube, on the tubes, bruv. We've got Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
And Instagram, SuperRAD.
Yeah.
We also we have a Reddit.
Do we have a Reddit?
Yeah.
I don't use Reddit, so I don't really.
Same.
It's like I shouldn't say this. Get
All my
lots of people
porn's
triggered.
blocked.
It's
on
like
there for some reason.
it's like
so there's
half-
no use for it.
You have to go in your settings.
Right,
Hey!
shut up.
Oh, okay, peace.
This Riley guy's really pissing me off.
that was
Probably have to change your settings or something.
that
to
was Riley
unblock
Keith
it.
signing off.
Where's the
Where you
pod?
going,
You
man?
guys want to finish my milk? I gotta.
Where you going?
I'll finish it.
I'm going to another party. I don't have any more booze left.
Oh, pump you silly.
Go to the bully.
Go to the boulevard.
and then switch it.
Boulevard of
Stay safe,
Broken
though.
Dreams.
Swerve, and then say,
Classic song.
right?
I do not see the podcast app.
Johnny.
What do you mean?
What are you fucking around with the podcast app on the podcast?
Well, I'm just trying to find.
Yeah.
Oh, Apple
Did you do it yet? Are you
Podcasts.
fucking kidding me? Okay, you guys have a good night.
You
You
too,
too.
peace, bro. That was The Man Who Fucks Hard, Riley Key. No, I don't even have it downloaded. I just fucking.
What was
uninstalled
to get a topic rolling? What's the most outrageous thing you've ever done with a woman? Yeah.
Why are you speaking in a...
it. One
Not a
time
native
we
tongue.
brushed shoulders in the hall, yeah?
Put a finger in her butt.
Brainless.
In her butt?
She shit on it.
That was not. I was not that person.
Maybe we know who this was. Well, I said
You're gonna have to. Yeah.
I'm gonna
On
show her.
accident or purpose?
I'm gonna show her at work.
That'll be fun.
Hayden was just like, peekaboo! She's like, ah! And that's
Okay,
why
it's
I broke
not.
him. Right there. That's why it ended, was because just finger up the bum.
This man fucks hard.
It's hard.
Okay, Dawson.
What can I say? There's a reason my name's Hayden.
I haven't done anything outlandish.
You've been in the car on a gravel road.
I guess, yeah.
I've basically just had my dick felt out. That's about it. Just like right under the pants, just grabbing it.
We had
Hey,
whiskey dick.
Whiskey dick and it's cold out there. Please stop, please.
Yeah,
It's happened twice. That's about it. Oh,
And she's like, "You got a small
wait,
pee, yeah?"
No, Yuki Fest happened too.
what'd you do there?
Not much, but like
Come on down to Dolphins
There's
Ukrainian
one-
Festival.
there was one where I was like,
Do it.
yeah, quick plug.
You could party with us.
At Yuki Fest, she's
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to make sure I don't forget this one. You're gonna give me a hickey on my tit. And I'm like, okay. And then fucking went down. It was like big old hickey.
And you were like, okay.
And I was like, okay.
I've never
I was tired of the
given.
creator. I was like, okay.
I've never given or gotten hickeys. I find hickeys weird.
I'll give you a hickey.
Because it's like, in order
Not
to
really.
Weird.
to give or get a
Just
hickey, you have
terrible
to
sound.
you have to suck on like one spot like hard for a little bit.
No, it's
No, it don't
you
take much.
Get, literally, like I
don't know.
we were literally like making out, and she kissed my neck, and I kissed her neck, and we both had hickeys.
It
from
is.
kissing.
I do. Think,
I've never
I
had-
do think it's gross. But
I've never gotten from
It's
that.
like literally, you could probably like just suck anywhere on your arm for like not even 4 seconds, and you'd get a hickey.
Well, yeah. Why do you,
guaranteed.
what? That's the thing. Why do you want to like suck on the person for
gross.
like
It's
a few
gross.
seconds?
Well, it's not like, but like if like literally like kissing pressure for a couple of seconds on like
I've-
your neck, like when we're near like vein, like necks or like right here, that's where you'll get them. Like you're not gonna get them on like your stomach or something easily, but like places that where like blood's really close to the skin, doesn't take fuck all to give one.
I've
that's facts.
kissed
Yeah.
necks and
He
gotten
knows,
my
he
neck
knows.
kissed, and it's
Same.
never been a hickey.
I walked
It's like-
around
it's
with
like-
walked around with my fucking hoodie strings pulled so tight.
yes, like
Because I was at school.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's another reason why I've never given or gotten, because like
Because I was like, fuck.
so
like,
weird.
yeah, no,
People see that.
I don't know. She asked for one, so I was like, okay.
I really didn't.
And then it was
want-
nighttime because we're making out, and then we like sun's coming up. It's like, fuck, we have hickeys.
I really didn't want it at all.
yeah.
No one ever does.
I was
well,
like,
the one
looked
person
in the
asked me
mirror and I
for
was
it,
just like,
so okay.
fuck. It's just this big, discolored.
That big,
Yeah.
dude.
The fuck? Oh, there's the Oreo crumbs.
Oh, that's what that is.
There's a
Like
bunch of
shit in
Yeah, that's
there.
Oreo crumbs. He was dipping Oreo in there.
I didn't know that. I wasn't here for that. Sorry.
Oh.
Ran away for.
It's alright, it's alright, it's
Where are
alright.
you?
Giving myself hickey right
Talking
now.
roll.
No,
And
I saw
gave him the
Hayden.
vape.
I saw Hayden kissing someone in the hall once.
We have no structure to what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's fine.
People will be able to
People
understand.
know we
what
fuck
we-
hard.
Okay,
We
Johnny,
are the super
haven't let
rad
Johnny
chads
go.
after all.
Oh, nothing. August 8th. I thought that was obvious.
We just needed to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We needed to hear how fucking
John
pathetic you are.
Shut the fuck up, Junos.
That's racist. Many times.
I swear to God, when I
I'm
get married,
Jewish.
when I marry, I will break a glass. I swear to God. For all those mean jokes I said, I will redeem myself. Mazel tov. No, then I'll break a beer can. I'll crush a beer can. Nature can. That's gonna be Dauphin Jewish.
That's my send-off.
Danger.
That's actually how I'm gonna die when I'm older. I was gonna be like, danger can me a couple times. Bludgeon me to death. Party hard. This is gonna be my last words.
They won't even be hitting it with like the sides.
Yes,
explodes to the
bottom.
bottom.
So, out today in theaters, Aladdin, live action.
Does it actually?
Thoughts?
Really
What you
thought
got,
they withdrew that.
Looking
Really
at
thought they did.
the trailers and everything.
I want to see it.
I've only
I do not
seen.
want to see it.
You want to see it?
Yeah, Disney always does a pretty
I'm
good job
with-
on their live action
I'm with Johnny
movies.
here. I
Yeah.
want to see it.
It's a Disney
Just
movie. It's
because
gonna be good.
Bad.
I don't know.
Just because it's Disney.
I mean,
The
yeah,
trailers do
oh,
not
it looks
look
bad.
good.
It
Aladdin's
looks
like
so
my
bad,
favorite
it's
Disney
funny.
movie.
Yeah, it's really.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aladdin was good.
You're probably.
I mean, I remember
watched Aladdin.
I remember the cartoon version. Like I watched that a few times as a kid, but like I'm not interested in seeing this live
No,
action.
the live action honestly looks pretty embarrassing.
I don't know.
Bad.
Yeah,
Disney
well-
always does a pretty good job on the live action stuff.
Well, it's kind of hard when you have all the money in the world.
Maybe we should have complained more on Reddit, and then they would have redesigned Genie.
Like they did with Sonic, which is getting pushed back.
Sonic coming out in February 2020. Think about all the fucking animators that like we're like we're done. Release date coming up, and then they're like scrap it.
The one guy has like he's like holding like all the paperwork. He's like, guys, we're actually gonna do it. And all the animators like sitting back in their chairs, high fiving. He like runs out the door, and like 5 minutes later, the guy comes back with all the paperwork, just like tears in his eyes, just throws on the table like start over. It's just like this big all
Grabs a
bunch
lighter.
of-
I'm gonna need you to start over.
Because the angle they took was like realism, right? So he has hairs, so they have to animate every hair. So imagine how long it took them. The whole movie, they had it done, get ready for release, and then some guy goes on Reddit, well, they don't like it. Guys, kiss your wife and kids goodbye, because you gotta work for another year straight to get this movie
Well,
out.
I mean, like
It
wasn't one guy on Reddit. It was the world saying,
It
you
was-
guys fucked up bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
But that's the
Like,
thing.
No,
That's
I
what I'm
meant,
talking
like-
about.
I
The
meant, like,
entire
one-
world said you fucked up bad on Aladdin, and Aladdin, they're just like, sucks
Whatever.
to suck. You're getting
It's
Aladdin.
Disney though, they own everything.
They do. They don't give a shit. They're gonna make money off of it regardless.
Well, it's kind of hard to lose money on a
But
movie.
like Sonic's always been good for fan service, I think.
Especially if you just like recycle an idea that's already gone well.
Like Sega.
Abuse nostalgia button. You liked it before. You will come and
Sega's
watch
always done a good job with their fan service, so I mean.
it. Yeah, at least they're redesigning it. That's good on them. Because like, oh, it was bad. It was bad.
I don't know who looked at that design and was like, "This is a good idea."
Thoughts on Tfue?
I have no idea.
Falling out.
I was looking at.
I think
that,
it's stupid as fuck.
and it's just about his
Tifu's
contract.
stupid as fuck.
I have no idea.
It was
what
basically
that is.
about how it's just like throughout his contract, FaZe had like had rights to claim 80% of like any of his earnings. These like
which they
games.
never did up
Yeah,
to this point.
that's so
Which they didn't do, but he said they could potentially do it if they wanted to. So he
So-
wanted to get out of the contract, so he was just pulling shit out of his ass, basically.
Tifu is he's
Or,
a dumb fuck. Oh,
Millionaire.
he's dumb.
Fucking, what is it? They were talking, and it was like Banks was talking about Tfue, and he was just like they've taken a total of
Don't show me pictures of Sonic.
We are pulling up the picture of live action Sonic right now, and it is frightful.
Like they can make it worse.
They could.
This is what I want to see.
That's what I wanted
That's
from
what
the
everyone.
start.
That's what everyone wants to see.
Like
I'm gonna watch Sonic
like-
regardless. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never enjoyed Sonic ever.
this is this horseshit live action like shroud they throw over everyone. They're like live action, like the Lion King movie. It's not live action. Everything in there is CGI.
Yeah.
It's just realism. So they're like live action Sonic movie. Let's make him look real. It's like it's fucking Blue Hedgehog who runs fast. Of course he's not real.
Oh god, this looks terrible. Maybe there's a reason he's drawn. But we've only seen him pixelated. We don't want to see his individual hairs. This is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, you
Gotta
look at
start
him.
over,
You look at him
boys.
in any iteration, and he's like
Like,
smooth.
my only
Keep that,
experience with
please.
Sonic ever.
Smash Bros.
No. Well, actually, I guess so. Yeah, but like my only experience with like a Sonic title was when I was a kid and I had like the OG Xbox. I'd go to the library, or no, Zaplitney and Zamercut. You know that place beside the library?
Yeah.
I'd go there and I'd rent the only video game they had, which was Sonic, and I'd play it and I'd get like to the end or whatever. And I'd
Which
return
Sonic
it
game?
What was it called? No fucking idea. Not a clue. Just Sonic.
My experience with Sonic
Eggman.
is my grandma had an old Sega Genesis, and every time I'd go to her place, I'd always play like. She had Mortal Kombat. She had an old Sonic game. Like it was. Actually, those are the only two I remember. She had more, but that's all I remember.
Oh wait.
No. She had an old NHL game, and that was the best fucking game.
Fucking Chell, buddy.
NHL like '97 or something like that.
There was an
Fucking love that
ad
game.
on like for the on the NHL like TV station, and it was like the NHL 2K19 or whatever it is, right? And it's like the championships are coming up, $100,000 on the line. My dad's like, $100,000. Adam, are you good enough to play NHL stuff? And I was like, probably not. And I wouldn't do it for $100,000 or whatever. And he's like, why? And I was like, could do any other game for like $30 million.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't believe you. And I was like, Fortnite is paying $30 million.
Yeah.
He's like, are you good at Fortnite? And I was like, not anymore. Like, I used to have the sauce, low key. I used to sauce.
Adam could never build though. It's kind of facts.
No, I was
Never builds.
I
Adam
could never build, and I
builds.
was never interested in building.
I need building.
I fucking hate building in Fortnite.
I'm what you call master.
It's turned into it's turned into such cancer.
Like
with
my
the
speed tower
Holy
building.
shit.
It's crazy. It's like you shoot one like shot at the guy. It's like brrr. It's like I actually built a neighborhood that could feed and house 20 families.
Yeah, like, fucking hate that game.
No, back in the day I could build pretty well. I could do everything really well, and then it just kind of stopped, and then I went back and I was like, oh god, everyone got really good.
Yeah.
So
Also,
I came in rusty.
in the news, the Cody Cohen.
Jake
I want to build that.
Oh my god.
Okay, Cody Co's. Let's just all put that aside. He's a great YouTuber.
Oh,
we
he's
had, we
phenomenal.
had tissues right there. By the way.
Ah, shit. He is phenomenal. No one wants to hear me blow my nose on the podcast, though.
I do.
Well, they also don't
I
want
think
to
that
hear you
means-
talking from across the
I
apartment.
might pop a half chub.
I didn't even talk when I was
You were talking like on the way back.
Oh, I was just asking where I blow my nose.
Hey, it's a Whitman.
What?
Back to Cody
We were
Co.
talking about Fortnite.
Guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
We're going back to Cody Co. This is an
fucking
obsolete
shit.
argument.
I'm fucking tired.
Goddamn retard. I swear
Hayden's
to God.
nose almost swang in me, I swear to God. Jesus Christ, like he's breathing in, my shirt's almost coming off my body, bro. Like holy fuck. Terrified.
Losing argument. Button just like it's broken already. Just like talk about Hayden's nose.
You gotta smash it for it to work.
For those who don't know, I have a very large and very crooked nose.
It's crooked?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh no, that's just the Yugi bump. I have a Yugi bump.
Yeah, but mine is a lot more pronounced than most.
We'll have to take like a profile shot and put it up on screen.
Are we gonna start like a
weak
meme?
chins?
What?
Weak chins. Like that's the every guy with a weak chin.
None of us have a weak chin.
I think we all have pretty prominent chins.
Every guy with a
actually.
weak chin's enemies of the profile shot.
Beefy.
That's how I take pictures. I'll be like, hi, and then as soon as it's profile, I'm like, underbite. Just jut out my underbite. No, that would be something else. I do not do that. Cody Co, one of the greatest YouTubers.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Noel Miller, partner in crime, hilario.
I
Jake
wouldn't,
Paul,
I wouldn't
irrelevant.
say one of the best, but
I like
One of the best comedy wise. One of the best comedy YouTubers.
he's
kinda-
funny.
he does on a weekly basis. Basically, a content keeps the content in line by just bashing it.
Gonna say Love Island is one of the first YouTube series in forever that I've just like waited so like
yeah.
just long and hard for. Like
Hard,
anytime there's
hard,
one that comes
waited
out, it's like
hard.
fuck, yeah, let's go, and then I open it up and I'll watch it and I'll just be like, all right, count the days till the next one. Like it is genuinely like just the only Let's Play I've watched in forever.
Adam
That is
basically just wants to suck Cody Co's.
He has
I
a comedy
already
show
have.
coming to Winnipeg, doesn't
He
he?
does have a comedy show coming to Winnipeg that I kind of want to go to.
I would really like to go to that.
We should all go.
I would love to go to that, but I'm going to be in Ukraine that day, so
When is it?
like
Oh.
August 20th or something like that.
Okay, well,
Okay.
us three should go. Fuck
Oh,
Hayden.
no. Fuck Hayden.
Fuck this guy.
Hayden's gonna be in some weird Friggin' pierogi country.
That
Pierogiville.
should have been taken over by Russia at this point.
Honestly,
Where I can eat a full meal for like $1 because their economy's so bad.
but then you're
And then everyone else is just
$2
like,
grand on flights.
Just
There.
like you drop a Canadian dollar down, they're just like, rob this man. He's got millions.
Hayden whips out a $5 bill. Every peasant in Ukraine jumps him.
Yeah, my brother stayed there for a month, for like a whole month. He went there on a school trip, and he only brought $600 Canadian, so that's whatever in hryvnia, I think is what their currency is called.
Probably like 13 billion.
And yeah, he still had like hundreds Canadian left over, and like that was like paying for his meals like every day, and like he bought a whole bunch of shit. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
It's like .000 or something like that. I think I searched it up already. It's like
It's so bad.
.0007 or something like that.
so I'm gonna be fucking rich over there. I can
So we're
exchange.
booming.
Okay, $1 equals
We need to buy real
19.62
estate there.
Ukrainian.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. No,
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Hryvnia.
How much is 1 hryvnia to CAD? That's what I wanted to see.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's their dollar to our dollar?
I get what
We should buy a studio there.
Yeah.
Studio, oh god, yeah.
I mean, like, if we went over there with just whatever money we have, we would be
0.051.
fine for a long
It's
time.
nuts. 0.0.
Well, it's like there's like the
Come to Ukraine, we have potato farms, wheat farms, Pripyat.
I mean, what?
The place with the Ferris wheel from COD 4. You know this one.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. Dog with gas mask. Rabid wolf packs. Borscht.
I mean, Ukraine is like the best like farming land in like the entire world.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
It's crazy how good their land is.
Just fertile?
Damn,
Yeah.
guys.
Well, then you've never seen my wheat fields.
You've obviously never seen the canola fields by my house.
The Kuwaiti dinar is one Kuwaiti dinar is the equivalent to 12,385 Ugandan shillings.
You went down a rabbit hole.
Like imagine moving to Uganda and being like, bring like $1,000 with you, like I'm gonna buy the country.
Yeah.
I own Uganda.
But like, you gotta remember, like, that means it takes a lot of Ugandan shillings to buy things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
God, that'd be a
oh, you want a
chore.
bottle of water? 6,000 shillings, please.
You're whipping out like your chest of coins. But like
Let me
they
get it off my
probably,
yak.
they probably have like $5,000 notes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, it's all relative. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, you carry around
They have
5,000
like
coins.
toonies.
Giant ass bags.
Like a big sack. It's like I have 7 more coming.
Like paying down payment on a fucking house.
Yeah.
I got 6 more trucks coming over.
Oh, Hayden was just rubbing himself in paint the other day. Looks like he has lice now.
It's been like 3 days and still covered in paint.
They call him hair paint boy.
So,
They do. They always do.
Okay. Anyways, what were you saying?
James Charles.
Okay, and Tati.
What a
and
fucking faggot, am
that
I
other
right?
guy, Jeffree Star.
Tati Westbrook and Jeffree Star and James.
I'm not talking about the beef. I'm just talking about thoughts on James Charles.
Oh, just James?
Period.
I don't. Really,
I think the beef's over.
Babe.
I don't watch anything about him, so
Yeah,
I don't watch any of his shit.
But memes destroy him. So.
I think he's fucking weird.
I don't
I don't
have
know. That's
anything
all I
against him.
know.
No,
about him.
because I've never seen any of his
Oh, no.
content.
he's just kind of like, today is a great day for lash equality.
I hear that.
He is one of my favorite YouTubers because of the whoop 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 video. He's the that's so
Fuck,
funny.
that video drove me nuts for like a month straight.
It's so funny though. Oh my god. But
Very attractive.
I'm pretty up to date on all James Charles tea because of Selena. Selena's like, oh my god, did you hear about the new James Charles blah 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 blah? And it's like, no, I didn't. Now I have, but before I hadn't. But no, I'm informed.
Dawson gave me a pretty disapproving look when I said, "What a fucking faggot."
I don't like the word. I don't like the word you used.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Freedom to be who you truly are.
And FAG hater. I'm going to refill on the H2Os.
How about we talk about ghostly encounters?
They don't exist.
Okay, that's Hayden doesn't believe
your
in them.
opinion.
Yeah, Hayden doesn't.
That is my opinion.
Dawson,
Way to just
Dawson has some good
write
ones.
me off.
Dawson has some good
Yeah,
ones.
I know the 3 other guys believe
I
in
can
ghosts,
talk
but
for fucking hours about things I've seen.
Would we want to dedicate the next one to?
I could.
yeah, that sounds good.
We could space it out. I could tell one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just give him a little tease.
Okay. I'll give you a little tease. This is
I'll tease your cock and balls.
cock and ball torture. What was I gonna say? Oh, ghost stories. Okay, so
Got sidetracked on cock and balls.
when
Got
my
Dawson a little
first.
flustered.
Sorry, I was just got thinking. My head was just all over the place. The first house I lived in, my childhood home, was like so old, very old. Like tons of people come through there, right? Like tons of owners before us. So it was creepy. Everything about it was just creepy. The basement was like weird. It was like almost like a dirt floor, and like these like crevices in the wall that you could they were like big enough that you could lay in.
What the fuck?
It looked like you could put bodies in there. Like, don't ask me why. It was fucked. Anyways, so when I was young there, I was scared shitless every night, I think. I don't think there was a single night where I was comfortable.
Goddamn.
So to put it all to where it all started, I guess. My mom was pregnant with me, and she was painting the rooms upstairs in this creepy old house, like creaky floors. It just absolute dog shit. And my older brother, he's playing in the other room, and he's talking, and she's like, "Oh, he's just like using his imagination, like kids do," and he's talking to like an imaginary friend, right? He's having like a conversation though, like someone's actually responding to him. He's not just talking to someone. So she's like, Garrett, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm just talking to this lady. And then, she didn't really think anything of it. She looked in the room. He's like, oh, yeah, he's just playing around, right? So she finishes up her painting. And she's like, all right, yeah, Garrett, it's time to go. And then he's like, okay, can this lady come with us? So she goes in there, and she's like, what lady? What are you talking about? She's like, do you have an imaginary friend? And he's like, no, the lady. And he points behind him. And there's nothing there. And then he looks behind him, and he says, well, she was there just a few seconds ago. So that's how this all started. This is how my mom was like, there's something going on, right?
Yeah.
So we move in. Like, I'm born, years pass. We've lived there for years. Now. We've lived there for years now.
Okay.
Like, I'm 4 or 5. So I'm old enough to remember things, but super young that I'm very impressionable, right?
Yeah.
So my bed is in front of the door in this every sound.
I'm so scared.
Every sound is amplified, right? If you breathe, it's echoes back to your ears. So it's already creepy, right? And so they turn off the lights on the hallway. My mom keeps it on until she thinks we fall asleep. But I'm so scared every night. And my heart's beating. I can just remember sweating, heart beating, could not sleep for the life of me. So scared every night.
Yeah.
So then she turns it off because she thinks we've gone to bed. And
Fuck, I hate this.
so there's it was called the captain's room because in older homes that's what it's called. It had an overlooking window to the yard.
Yeah.
And it was a creepy little room.
Of course it was.
There's a bed in that room, and it's so I hear footsteps, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it might be my mom or my dad, right? And they're just slow footsteps towards the door, my door, right? and it's like partially open, right? Like just enough that like the moonlight from the captain's room is like from the window is coming in.
No.
So then it starts swinging open.
No fucking way.
Like creaking, like it's a creaky old door.
Yeah.
So it just swings open slowly. And there's this just...
Stop looking at me.
I'm looking right at you. This is going into your soul. You have to experience this with me. So there's this white figure.
No.
Just standing in my doorway.
Yeah.
And I can't breathe. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
It was like tall and like skinny.
Oh no.
And I was like,
Slenderman.
I was like, but it was like pure white, like white as
You
like
couldn't
snow.
see it, you could barely see it as a figure. It was just basically white.
Yeah, it had features though. Like it was clearly humanoid.
Yeah.
Like a white person. Yeah.
But it was like very pale. Like everything, like the clothes it was wearing,
Oh.
like pale.
Was it like
Everything-
glowing almost?
Yeah, it was like had a glow.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Moon.
I was like, oh my god, right?
Yeah.
So it could have been sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Like I've had all this like ruled like explained to me, but that doesn't explain the door swinging open or anything else, right? Or the footsteps, right? Like your mind is very impressionable when you're under sleep paralysis, so it could have very well been it. But so me being scared absolutely shitless, I clearly didn't have sleep paralysis in my mind, like thinking back, like this is what happened. I was able to turn over and throw the blanket over my head, you know, because you're a little kid.
Yeah. Oh,
You think that's safe?
Really still fucking do that.
but what happened next
No, stop.
was it felt like because I was on my side and like looking at the wall,
I honestly don't want to hear this.
and it felt like hands like on my rib cage were like pushing in, like hard, and I was like trying to yell, but I couldn't for the longest time, and then finally I just screamed. I was like, "Mom, Mom, Mom!" And she comes running in and she turns the lights on, and I'm bawling, and she picks me up and she's like, "Yeah, you can sleep in my room," and she asked me the next day what was wrong, and I told her, and she's like, "You must have just had a nightmare," and like ruled it off as that, and that's what I thought. But I was clearly awake. Like could not have been asleep.
Holy shit.
And then with the same place, there's
Everything was awful.
there's one on the upstairs. Like they're all creaky, right? But there's one that's ice cold. The temperature changes only on that step as you're walking up. It's hot up there because it's an old house, right? It's insulated very well, but like
Probably out of sawdust.
it's like hot up there, muggy, like not fun in the summer, like terrible. But this one step is freezing, just one,
Oh
and it's so scary.
I hate that shit.
So like when you step on it, you feel it like just like it like takes breath out of your lungs almost, and then you keep walking.
I feel like there's gotta be like some piping on that one, or something weird about it.
Adam's just in denial at this
Well,
point.
no, I know. I feel like there's could be something that explains why this one steps.
Yeah.
And then,
but
but
still, it's fucked.
so we moved, right?
Yeah.
Good. Thank God.
So there was other stuff that
Where was
happened
this
there
house?
in McCurry.
Okay.
Wasn't it like one of the old houses
It's
in
like
Manitoba?
one of the oldest houses. It had some history.
Ah.
Like it's like picturesque, scary house. Like you know when like the White family's getting shown a house in a scary movie,
Yeah.
and they're like, "We'll take it."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that house.
This is where they kept the bodies. I love it.
I can store my
The
wine
crib will
here.
go here.
Like
We'll put the crib here.
so we move, and we move out to the country where my mother's grandparents used to live. It was their land, and they've passed away since then, and their old house was still on the land and everything, but we moved a trailer home there. So we moved, and it was fine for a long time. I never noticed anything for a while till I was about like 13, 14. So the first thing we noticed, the first thing that threw us off, I don't like. We started talking with my aunt about it because she is like into that stuff, and she's like, no, something feels weird here. And I was like, oh. Right? So I was like, oh, well, whatever. And I was scared. Like I told them, I'm like, I'm not comfortable with you talking about this with me here. So I left. And
good.
Because I was like, I don't want to be scared, right?
Yeah.
And that already scared me. So, but I kind of forgot about it. Like, it was fine. And then, time went by. And the first thing we started noticing was we'd come home and the TV would be on. We'd turn it off. And when we're the type of family, we turn everything off. We conserve energy.
Yeah.
Like, we're very into that. But we'd come home and the TV's on, and it's on to a channel that is so far away from anything we could have ever been watching. Like, it's in a different language.
Oh.
It's like staticky.
So fucking creepy.
It's like it's like not good quality either. Like, it's like staticky. So, we turn it off and we're like, whatever. Like maybe the TV just came back on, or some like a power surge, something to explain it, right? But then it started to get more like physical things were happening.
Stop.
Adam, quit being a pussy.
Dude,
we were leaving. We were leaving to come to Dauphin because we lived like 45 minutes away at the time. And just as we're leaving, we're all getting into the porch to put our shoes on. We just hear this big crash in our kitchen. And we're just like, what could that be, right? And it's a chair, a stable chair. There was nothing wrong with it at all. It's flipped completely on its back, like over. And we're just like, how?
Yeah.
So we look at it, we're like, maybe one of the legs gave out. Nope. Stood it back up, sturdy, sat in it, it was fine. It just flipped. And we're like, this, like, the wind just came and flipped this chair. Like, come on. And I was like, I don't like that one bit. So then after that happened, I was like, this is strange, right? Because it was like just as I was walking out of the kitchen, it just like behind me. And if I had been looking behind me, I could have seen it flip, but I just got to hear it.
Hate that shit.
So
Hate it.
So then I was like, this is getting weird, right? And more stuff was happening like that, like stuff just kind of like these noises, whatever. But we didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
But then one night I remember I woke up, and this wasn't sleep paralysis. Like I got up, I sat up in my bed. I sat up in my bed, and it was like usually I can like see. I got like the night vision. I can see in my room. I can see the different things in my room.
I got the night vision.
But this night, everything was so much darker. It was so like my doors never closed. I never sleep with my door closed. It was closed.
Really? I only will ever sleep with my door.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too.
My house is too scary in Brandon.
I keep it wide open.
Well, I guess in your home.
Nope, never.
Yeah, same.
Like always, because it got muggy in there, right?
Yeah.
In this night, it was closed. And I didn't go to sleep like that. So, maybe my mom closed it. Like, that wasn't the scary thing. But it was so dark.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe the moon's like covered by clouds, right? But it was like, I could see nothing in my room. It was just pitch black. And then I sit up and I just take a few breaths, and then there's breaths in between mine. And I'm just like,
No.
I was, because I couldn't see anything. And I could just hear, like, when I would breathe in, this, like, the sound of someone going,
Oh my fucking
and
God.
I shit you not, like, you can call me a liar if you want. That is the exact sensation. Like, it was just tingles. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
There's someone in my room.
I panicked.
What'd you do?
So hard. So what I did was I laid back down and I closed my eyes. I'm like, it's gotta be nothing, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's gotta be nothing. Like there can't, like, why would there be something in my room,
Yeah.
right? So then same thing, like, remember when I said, like, my rib cage got pushed on?
No way.
So I did the same thing, and then I put my pillow over my head because I was like, I gotta drown out that noise, right? Like, I don't want to hear it. So I put my pillow over my head, and then this scared me so much.
fuck that.
The sides of the pillows,
What?
like the sides of the pillow wraps around my head, and it just pushed into my head, and I'm panicking. So, I couldn't describe how fast my heart was beating. Like how panicked I was. I'm claustrophobic. So like someone pushing a pillow into my head, like just pressure, and it was a lot. It was starting to hurt. So I just I just freaked out, and I got up and I just swing my door open, and I'm just like panting in our living room, and I'm just like just sweat dripping, and I'm just like, nope, not sleeping in there. So I just slept in the living room because I could see again.
Yeah.
It wasn't dark anymore.
Wow. I would just sprint
That's
to
the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm gonna go to therapy after this shit. Fuck me.
And Adam is he is scared of darkness.
Well, it's not. I don't. It's not.
He would like to he's it's it just he doesn't like not being able to see his hand in front of his face.
I don't know. I sleep with I have my computer LEDs. I'll turn on my computer LEDs or something. Or at my dad's house, I have it's like a night light, but it's almost it's like a thing you plug in. It's literally just a glow in the dark circle, and it just barely illuminates anything. And it's just so I can literally just my eyes can see something. It just pisses me off when it's I can just sit there and I go
And there's
and
nothing.
I can't see fuck all. I hate that.
I like that when I'm I need to sleep. I have something going on the next morning and I need to sleep. I make there's no lights. It's I just can't focus on anything, so I have to have my eyes closed.
I don't like that because I always think what if there's just something there and I can't see it.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
I can't blame you.
Since you guys can't see for about half that story, Adam had his fingers in his ears.
Actually? That was terrifying. Okay, we're gonna tell more next episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry I chewed up all the time. I have more stories to tell,
I would love
too,
to hear them.
if you guys want to hear them.
Honestly, I'm that.
I personally have just never believed in it, and everything for me, or my opinion on it is
therapy position.
You are.
The interesting thing is, our family has gone to mediums, right? Mediums do. They talk to spirits. They tell you about people you've lost, people in the afterlife, right? But the mediums have told my mom and my sister, she's you both have a strong tie to the other side. You can probably experience things that most people can't.
Whoa.
And I've never gone to a medium.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's the same for me.
It seems like it.
I don't know.
I think I have my only ghost story really is one time I was playing airsoft, and this is by the old the haunted house we used to call it on Wellington, and so it's right beside the dead end
basement.
So if you go to the dead end on my old street when I was a kid,
Oh, you're freaking out at every noise going on now.
I was, but it was there was just an old house
I'm
that
on
got
fucking
torn
edge.
down. Yeah. Isn't that fucking horrifying?
You were plugging your ears or something.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
And I can't make a story that detailed off the top of my head. I'm not that creative. This is all things that I've experienced. You can believe me or not, whatever you want. That is 100% things I've gone through.
The only thing that I've gone through was by the old haunted house or whatever. I was playing airsoft and I was with Logan, and we were on a team, and we were just session the gnar. And so if you there's a little dirt pathway you can kind of take. It's basically cars have just driven on this pathway enough times where it's just become a path basically. And you can drive it to a tiny little campsite by the river. It's literally just a semicircle with a fire pit place there, and you can go camping there if you want. Never seen anybody ever go there. So to the right of you is this haunted house thing in a little bush of trees, and then just an empty field leading to different part of Dauphin. and then to your left is just like a deep forest that gets cut off by a river at the end of it. So we played airsoft in that forest area. So me and him, like Logan, were on the trail or whatever, like the little path that was beside the haunted house, and we're like walking on the path or whatever. Logan, I can't remember, I think he was behind me a little bit. So there's like a bend, so you're going left and then there's a 90-degree turn to the right, so it's like an L, and right on that L is the haunted house. So I was farther down the trail where it bends up, and Logan was down the trail where it bends, like where it's just horizontal kind of. So we were on opposite sides of the haunted house. So I'm on the trail and I go into the forest a little bit, and it's like fall time, so there's no leaves on any of the trees. And so I'm looking around and I'm just kind of peeking my head in there, and you can see for a good amount of time because it's just little skinny trees everywhere, so you can see quite a ways.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking through there and I don't see them anywhere. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I turn around to go on the path, and like 2 feet in front of me, just a big fucking white lifted truck that's just running, and it's running like big diesel truck. There's no one in it, just completely empty truck. And I was like, holy fuck. And it's like bumpers to my face, right? Like I was a kid. So I'm like, oh my God, whatever. Like there's just a truck in front of me. Didn't think anything of it. Walk down the trail, so where that truck was facing, and see Logan. He's like, hey. And I was like, hey, what's up? And whatever. Turn around, truck's gone. Only way it could go is to the campsite that's a dead end or whatever. And we were there. Like we went there when we were playing airsoft. No one's there. No one drove there. The only way it could have gotten off that road is if it went past me and Logan. And I just never thought about it ever until like years later. And I just like, that's kind of fucking weird. Like I can't really figure out why there's just a truck without anybody in
They
it.
just slap that baby in a 4x4.
Yeah.
Getting some roadhead. He's like, shit, there's kids on it.
But like you don't hear it come up. Like it's like a big diesel truck just like,
Yeah,
like that, and
it
I just
was.
turn around, it's just there.
Yeah.
And then it was just gone. And I'm like,
Like you didn't hear it drive up or
no, didn't hear it drive up, didn't see it take off, just only saw it and heard it when I looked at it. It was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
That's scary.
That's my ghost story quotations. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's just check on the
Fuck that shit. I'm pooing myself right now.
I can tell. He's trying
What
to
are you absolutely
Okay, so yeah, we're just over an hour
we can
now.
I can keep going.
By the time
I want to talk about something that can like
the
stop.
controversial stuff, we'll be sitting a little less time.
I want to talk about something that can ease my edge, bro. I've been
Okay.
edging for too long.
I do need to add one more thing to the story.
Also, I can tell a story.
It's
like how scary.
It's
Not bad.
it's just to add to the stories I said. So like the whole pressing down on me thing, like the pillow,
Yeah.
the
Fuck that.
the ribs. The thing was, it wasn't just like that. It was like when the thing, whatever it was,
I don't want to hear this. I'm probably gonna plug
when
my
the
ears
thing
again, honestly.
pressed down on me, it was like I could feel the pressure on the bed, like when something goes on
Something was on the bed.
like you know how your mattress sinks in.
Yeah. Something was on the bed.
So it was like it was like I could feel it at the end by my feet. Two things like on either side of my legs, and then it moved forward,
no fucking way. Crawled
like
towards you.
closer up to like my chest area, and then like
This is not liking this.
either the feet or the knees, again where like the last two impressions were,
Yeah.
and then it would press down, and the same thing, but when it was on my head, like on the
Yeah.
pillow, I felt it on my body.
Oh my god.
It wasn't like I could feel like the parts in the bed that would press down,
Yeah.
and then another press on my body,
Oh
and
my
then move up to my head.
Yeah. So it's crawling up you.
Oh, like
I don't know.
I can't make up. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually like sweating and like trembling right now because I'm like thinking about this stuff. Like this is things I felt physically.
That's crazy. I can't.
I don't know. To me, for
Okay, we're good.
ghosts,
Talk about nice things.
for ghost stories and stuff, like I love hearing about them. Like they're super entertaining to me.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. To me, there's always got to be some sort of explanation. And like sure, you don't know what that explanation is, and sure, sometimes creepy shit happens, but to me, there's just always some sort of an explanation. I don't know.
You're a phony.
I wish I had that kind of mindset because I fright easily.
Well, to put
Like,
it,
I can watch horror movies.
to,
I can watch them easily.
put
I
it,
can listen to scary stories, but
Well, like I don't know. It's just like
How it's
when I
like, it's
go,
like-
when I go home, it's like fuck.
to put some ease into it, it could have very well been my overactive imagination as a child, or it could have been sleep paralysis to an extreme degree. Because the human mind is very powerful.
Yeah.
It can replicate getting like the feeling of getting touched. It can replicate the feeling of pressure on the body. Like that can all happen.
Yeah.
So it's all very plausible that it was just extreme sleep paralysis. So.
Yeah, and like I don't knock people that like have ghost experiences and whatever, because like it's entirely possible that these things actually happened, and like I don't know Dawson to be a liar and make shit up like this, so like it's not like it didn't happen. It's just I don't know. I think that there's always some sort of an explanation.
And that's
Like,
is how I
creepy
think
as
of it.
fucking shit.
I tell it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell
Lining up
it
his
exactly
body.
how I
Yeah,
remember
shit.
it. Like that is exactly how I remember
I just
all
think
those things happen.
that
Yeah.
you should have told that right after, because like when you started explaining how it says like you felt it get onto the edge and then crawl up your body and then put its hand on your pillow and start like basically smothering you.
Like
Oh
the
my
I was
God.
lucky enough that I was doing like the sideways thing,
Yeah.
where like you can like breathe still.
Yeah.
So it was just like on the side of my head, which still sucked. But
Yeah.
like I wasn't suffocating.
Wait, were you like this?
Yeah.
So it's pushing on your hand.
Well, no, was like pulling it
Oh,
like
okay,
from the
yeah.
edge. But
Did you felt like did you feel like slow amounts of pressure, or did it go like basically like that?
it was like instant. It was like slow, and then just
Oh
like
my
against my head.
Jesus fucking
Make
Christ.
this shit.
Like it was
Adam
it,
Sandler movie.
it was like to describe it, it was like extreme buildup. It was like slow movement, like the crawling sensation I felt was like
Fucking
slow.
This is the worst thing I've ever fucking
And
heard.
then it was like a moment to breathe. It was like, okay, it's over. And then
Oh,
the pressure came.
fucking Christ. That's like out of a movie.
Like that's how I would just like exactly. It's like out of a movie, but this is like how I felt it. Like
It's funny because
That is terrifying.
It's funny because Adam and Johnny are kind of like freaking out.
Oh, I'm
Like,
fucking creeped out.
I'm
but
just
I-
chilling.
like you can easily be written off as extreme sleep paralysis.
Cool.
Like
Yeah.
by all
Sounds
means,
like
I don't rule that out at all. Like it can be explained by science for sure.
Yeah.
I don't rule that out. I'm not saying like this had to have been a ghost. Like
but like that's the thing. Like
it doesn't explain the TV in the chair.
yeah.
Like I have nothing to explain that. But
So sleep paralysis only really happens when you think about it. That's what I found out at least. Is because when I fucking scare myself into getting sleep paralysis, I get it. But so like what you're talking about when you're a kid, that was just terrified. You were always scared to go to sleep. Like I know what you mean, because like when I was a kid, I was always terrified to go to sleep. But I never thought about sleep paralysis. But then
I never
when
knew
I-
what it was
yeah.
when I was little though.
so then when I figured
that's why
out
it was,
about what
like,
it was,
even
freaked
scarier.
myself out, thought about it constantly, and then when I was going to bed, I was like, I don't want to sleep because I'm going to get it. And I fall asleep, and then I get it because that's all I've been thinking about. That's what my brain's basically been being told it's going to happen, right? So it fucks me up. And the only time I've ever had it, it's literally just been me sitting in my room like, I can't move anything. And I'm going, oh god, oh fuck, when do the fucking aliens come, right? When do all these creepy pasta things come at me? So I'm like trying to like fucking wake myself up, and I finally wake myself up after like 5 minutes of just literally lying there and not doing anything. And then the second time it happened was I dreamed or whatever that the lights in the hallway turned on and that Johnny was taking a shower. And so
3 a.m.
yeah, I was like at 3 a.m. and so I was like, oh, okay, Johnny's here, I'm safe. And then I just went to bed, right? But I woke up like 5 minutes later from that and realized that the lights were off in there and the shower wasn't on. But it wasn't like Johnny got out, like Johnny just wasn't in the shower ever. The lights weren't on ever. Johnny was like asleep. So that kind of fucked me up. But then I kind of got out of it and I was like, just stop thinking about it. And I did it. And I was talking to my mom about it because my mom kind of helps with like the mental shit, right?
Yeah.
So I talked to my mom. She's like, yeah, just to try not to think about it. So like literally like for the longest time, I'd stay up till like 4 a.m. watching like Minecraft Let's Plays. The most like calming thing to your brain, like the most mind-numbing thing in the world is just to watch a guy play vanilla Minecraft.
Yeah.
So I'd literally just do that to have something to occupy my brain to the point where I just fell asleep. And so I'd do that, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, okay, nothing happened, it was fine. Start my day. And then one night comes, I'd be like, fuck, and I just get like super anxious or whatever, and then it would happen, and I'd just keep myself awake as long as possible until I could fall asleep. And then repeat.
So is that why for like a good chunk of the school year you're going to bed at like 4 and waking up at
No,
like...
no, not at all. I just had a shit ass sleep schedule. No, I just had a fucking horrible one. Majority of the school year, I was fine. That was like a 1-2 week thing that happened.
See, the thing with me was when I was young and got it, I didn't know I didn't know it was a thing, but it could just because I was scared of the house.
Yeah,
110%.
that's what I'm trying to think. Is like,
But when I was older,
yeah,
I wasn't scared of that. Like I wasn't scared of that place. This was just a random night. Like nothing was going on. Nothing stressed out. Wasn't anxious about anything. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to bed.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying what my experience was with it. Basically, is just when I thought about it, it happened. Probably gonna be terrified to go to bed tonight.
I'm just trying to compare
Might go
to,
sleep on my brother's futon tonight. Help!
You could just sleep here if you want.
I go.
If you want.
Well, I'm at the mercy of whoever the fuck's driving, so.
I think I'm
And then
probably
I can,
going home.
I can give you guys rides in the morning if you want.
Well, yeah. Anyways,
We could band together, yeah?
band together. What was I gonna say?
I'm gonna go home and sleep like a fucking baby tonight.
That's what my fucking it all started. It was on like this past Christmas.
I have to
Take a piss.
drain the main vein.
Okay, rating Adam Sandler movies.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill SSS tier.
Bro.
Triple S tier. Jack and Jill.
Adam Sandler is another person that Adam sucks often.
Fucking Adam Sandler's a goat,
He's
bro.
hilarious.
No, Adam Sandler's good for
Grown
good
Ups
chuckles,
S
man.
tier.
S tier.
Billy Madison S tier.
Happy Gilmore.
Classic.
It is a classic. I don't watch it much though. I don't know.
B.
B. That's fair. I'm trying to think of. There's one other one that I fucking love. I watch all the time. Can't remember.
You can't remember. It's fake fan.
Is Benchwarmers? I think Benchwarmers is a Adam Sandler movie. He's
Is
just
it?
not in it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Do they direct it?
It's a Happy Madison production. I'm pretty sure. Is Benchwarmers an Adam Sandler thing?
No.
No.
He's not in it.
He's not in it, but isn't it not like a Happy Gilmore production?
I don't think so.
Happy Madison, I mean. I almost positive it is. Okay, well, anyways, this past Christmas, we were all sitting, right? And basically, just like randomly, like months in between them spaced out, I'll be sleeping in my bed, and it's always like right before I fall asleep. Like I am like literally like 99% sleep mode, 1% my slits of my eyes are open a little bit, and I'm right about to fall asleep. And you know when you like kick your leg, kind of.
Oh, that hasn't happened to me in years.
And you just like the bed kind of shakes or whatever, right?
You get restless leg a little bit.
Yeah, and you feel your leg. You literally like feel yourself kick and go fuck, right?
Really? Are you talking about that like?
The sensation of falling.
Yeah.
No,
like
no.
Okay, well I've never had
it's
that. I've had like
literally
the
like your
falling
leg
thing.
just twitches and you're like fuck, and you like just punch or kick something. I used to do that a whole bunch. I've seen
that's
so many people.
sensation.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Yeah. So
And the worst part is when you do that, you like wake up all your senses
Yeah.
again. So then you just feel everything. And you're like, I can feel my legs in the blankets now. And
yeah, it's like I have to wake back up.
Well, yeah, that's what like the falling thing is for me. Like,
Yeah, no, I've had the falling thing too. It's like kind of just like like that. But I'm just talking about like you're about to fall asleep. And it's like
I've never done
the
that.
falling dream.
one time I did that. And I
well,
literally
not like the falling dream,
punched
but like right when you're like
my
about to fall
like
asleep, and then all of a sudden you just feel like you're falling, and like you just like jump up and like.
No, there's
I've
one
never
time.
had that actually.
Really? I've had that and it's fucked.
Yeah, it's like
I
you
hate
feel
it.
like you're falling. You
It
wake up,
sounds
it's
like
"Ah,
it'd be
I'm
quite
wide
the
awake."
experience.
No, there's one time I had that dream.
It's like a
I was,
millisecond.
I was on the side of a. This is the
Yeah.
most. This is the most one that's like vivid to me. I was on the side of like a ice cliff, right? And I was on the back of somebody's snowmobile. I was like, okay, gotta take a piss. Get off the snowmobile, walk up to the edge of this ice cliff to take a piss, right? Start slipping, and there's like a one little teeny tiny little spruce tree just growing, like a year old maybe, right? And I start slipping, I'm like, fuck, I fall on my stomach, half my body's off the cliff, grab onto the tree, pull it out slowly, and just fall back, and just watch myself fall. Just butterflies, just like super intense butterflies. Right before you hit the ground, just right, like, fuck me, man, wake up.
Well, the thing with that for me is it's like I've never had a dream that woke me up. It's always like just as I'm drifting off to sleep, all of a sudden I just like
Yeah.
jump up and
Yeah, it was never a dream for me. It'd always just be like I'd be drifting off into sleep, and then like right before I fall asleep, it's just like a
yeah,
jolt.
it's just
Yeah.
like a jolt. And
No. That was just like late at night one time I had that dream, and I just woke up and was like, fuck me, and you just have butterflies like you just took a roller coaster. But anyways, this Christmas, or what I was gonna say about the whole like jutting your leg out or whatever.
Yeah.
So periodically, it hasn't happened in a while. It's probably gonna happen tonight because I'm fucking terrified. But just randomly throughout my life, right when I'm about to go to bed, my bed will just shake. Like if someone, just imagine if someone grabbed both sides of your mattress and just fucking shook it for like a second, like, and then just stopped. And it just wakes me up. And it's almost like if you kick your leg and your bed moves with it, except you don't kick your leg. It's just the bed moves and it wakes you up. And it's happened to me.
That has never happened to
I've
me.
definitely had that happen.
You have?
to me,
Okay.
yeah.
And
I
I've
have not.
never in my life scared me. I've always just been like, oh,
Because it's so brief.
yeah. And it's like, it happened again. I may have shook something in my body and it happens, right? And I don't know, it's not too scary. It just wakes you up and you fall back asleep. And so I was talking this last Christmas about that. And there was me, my brother, my mom, my stepdad, my baba, and my chocha. And we were all sitting by the table eating, and blah, 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 we're talking about stuff. And I think we were talking about, like, ghost stuff like that. And she's like, my baba's like, you remember when Adam used to have, like, his bed shake or something like that? And I've never told anybody about my bed shaking, right? And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you used to wake up screaming because your bed was shaking. We'd have to come and get you and all this shit, right? And I'm like, terrified right now. This is last Christmas, right? And I was like, I still get woken up from random like little bed shakes like every couple months, right? And my baba and my chacha just stop and they look at each other in the eyes, right? And they just look at each other. My baba's like, told you, like that. And I was like, what? And my mom gets up, starts clearing the dishes and shit. And I was like, no, I have to know more about this. I have to. My baba's like, looks at my mom, and my mom gives her like the death stare. And my baba's like, no, like that.
My goodness.
And she's like, she literally said her words, forget I said anything. And I'm like, I can't. And Brody stands up, he's like, oh my god. Oh yeah, so I'm like fucking shitting myself, right? And so I'm like, Mom, you have to tell me. She's like, okay, when you were a kid, you used to wake up screaming about your bed shaking and just screaming and screaming, and I'd have to come and get you and take you to my room or something like that, right? And could have been night terrors, I don't know. I don't remember this at all, right? Don't remember one bit. She said it happened constantly. And so that just fucking terrified me. And so I talked to my baba about it, and she's like, yeah, like, I don't know, you've always been like kind of in touch with this spiritual world. I was like, since when have I ever been in touch with whatever? And so then she told me like a couple things I told her when I was a kid. I can't remember, but I was like, the fuck, like I was just tripping balls, right? But it was just so weird to me how she knew the bed shake thing and I didn't, and it still kind of happened. And so then that whole week when I watched Minecraft Let's Plays, it was because of that. And I was just like, fuck this. I don't want this. I don't want my bed to shake. I don't want this shit. I hate it.
Wasn't that was when we were living in Brandon, right?
Yeah. Just absolutely horrified me.
Yeah.
That's my story.
That's hopefully it.
Definitely sleeping in my bedroom tonight.
Anyways,
Well, yeah. Do you think we should be wrapping it
wrap
up?
with
Yeah,
that, we
let's
should
wrap it up.
probably wrap up the episode.
All right. That was episode. What is this? 2? Because we have like 0, 1, and 2.
Yep. This will be episode 2.
SuperRAD
Wraps up.
podcast.
Thanks everyone for tuning in, and hopefully we'll have another one up next week.
Yeah. Ghost stories.
No.
We
If
might
we're doing
touch.
it-
We might
if-
touch on some more ghost.
If we're
stories.
doing it, we're doing it in the daytime.
all right.
All right. That's fine.
I'm terrified. Literally shitting my pants right now.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.